At Animoca Brands, we're very focused on building what is known as the open metaverse. And there is a distinction between the metaverses that are being built today. Most of them want to build a closed one, whether it is from companies such as Meta or from the gaming companies, because they all seek to take control of your time and attention. And the most valuable resource on earth today is actually control of that time and attention in the form of data. The amount of time that we spend online playing games, being on Instagram, being on Facebook, being on TikTok, whatever service it is that you're spending time on, actually that time is not yours, even though you're spending it. And one way to look at it is to say, well, I'm just enjoying my time here. But actually another way to look at it is that every one of us who are spending time on these platforms, spending time playing online games, are in fact working for the platform because we give them data. That data refines a network effect, creates knowledge, and they create value from this. The most valuable resource on earth is that data. And the biggest companies in the world, whether this is Apple or Google, Tencent, Facebook, or any company that you can think of that are the most influential in the world, they are all these data-rich companies. And that is why Web3 is so important. Because in Web3 now, this type of data ownership becomes a public good. It becomes one that is distributed and decentralized. What it means, both in creative and in any kind of effort that we spend virtually or in our mind, it is now something that we have agency over. It is something that we can own and we can share. And if we choose to, pass it on to others. But now we are able to develop our true digital legacies. We are able to identify them as ours, and we can do so as a kind of digital property right. And that is why we're so excited to be developing this space. For instance, in the game of chess, every time someone plays a game of chess, there's an energy involved. There is a spirit. There is time involved. And that knowledge and that time that is spent isn't just purely analytical. It is also social. It's also entertaining. Who owns that time? Who owns perspectives of this? Who gets to enjoy it? And how is that shared? After all, just like any game, if you're just playing by yourself, then there is no network effect. There is no value. In the same way that if all of us stop stop using Facebook, for instance, then Facebook in and of itself is not valuable at all, right? Instagram is only valuable because they are network participants. And this is true for the game of chess. Chess is only valuable because we have, people playing it. And the more people who play it, the more value the game has, the more richer the game becomes, the more entertaining it is. Now, this kind of power, this sort of value capture of the richness of the community that is playing an exciting and very intellectual and historic game like chess can now be captured in Web3 through this data paradigm on the blockchain. And that is why, our partnership with Play Magnus together with Limpo, we think is a very exciting demonstration of what that could be. Chess in itself is one of the most historic games. It is in and of itself a kind of proof of work, because in its oldest form, you could argue that chess is the solving of a problem, solving of a solution, obviously towards a common end. And that puzzle solving is the way that we unlock our ideas and our creativity. Chess today is being used in schools as a way to enhance your logical thinking. It's used in ways to, maybe even promote your creativity, your idea space. It is something that we all recognize is a very important part for our intellectual development. And I think with Web3, we can now go beyond just sort of the fun and entertainment and perhaps philosophical aspect, but we can actually somehow capture a part of that value. And that value can then be shared by the community itself because of the ownership paradigm that Web3 can provide. So we're very excited about this. And obviously, there will be a lot of development still needed as we explore this new frontier of chess on the blockchain with Web3 in the metaverse. Thank you.